Hello, my name is Crazy Owl, and in today's video, I'm going to be building a house in a 20 by 20 square, a 10 by 10 square, and a 5 by 5 square. And we're going to see how these houses differ, what's better or worse about each of them, and we are going to be using the same block palette for each build. Before we get into this video, please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy it, but without further ado, let's get right into the build. So I think we're going to go with something quite basic for the build palette. I definitely like the darker wood types, so maybe spruce and also dark oak, and let's keep it simple here. We'll also do some cobblestone and stone bricks and stone. So I'll set up our block palette back here, and we are going to start with the 5 by 5. So this one will definitely be the hardest because if the walls take up one block, if I don't do an overhang, I only have room for 3 by 3 here. So it'll be hard because I can't do an overhang for a roof then. So I'm gonna have to figure this out, but I'll do that in the form of a time lapse. Alright, so that is it for our 5 by 5 build, and no, it's definitely not the best thing I've ever built. It's probably not even close, but it is pretty good for the space it has. I mean, I use up every single square that I can, and I actually made it 2 floors tall to add even more. And to get around the lack of roof overhang ability, I used some walls and fence gates and created a sort of balcony up here that also functions as space for the bedroom. And even though this might be a little bit cold in the winter, it's still pretty cool. And those barrels that you see from here, down here, are some storage, and then there's even a little couch, even though it does interfere with the pressure plate. But for a 5 by 5 build, that's not too bad. And here we have the fully completed 10 by 10 house, and it's definitely an improvement from the 5 by 5 house. There's a little bit of outdoor decoration, which is something that I couldn't fit in any of in the previous build. And interior wise, you've already seen this in the time lapse, but there's a crafting table, a couple of smokers, a wall of barrels, and this little bedroom, which is separated by trapdoors. I think when you're making a really small build, trapdoors is a great way to separate rooms without making the floor plan feel too tiny. Yes, I could have made a wall here, but then there would only be a 2 by 2, maybe 2 by 3 if you got rid of the crafting table space to walk through and get into the bedroom, which is not ideal. With the trapdoors here, it feels like you have a 2 by 3 or almost 3 by 3, even though you can't actually place anything in these two spots. And now for the largest of the 3 builds, we have the 20 by 20. And this is the only one of the 3 that's actually large enough to fit the houses I build in most of my small towns and villages. I'm not much of a large scale builder, even though I'm trying to improve at my detailing on a larger scale. So this will actually be a challenge for me, even in terms of detailing. But let's get started as quick as possible because this one might take a little while. Here we have the final 20 by 20 house, and obviously this one doesn't take quite as much of the square up as the previous ones, and because of that I actually added this little patio area, and there's some hedges surrounding it, and then there's a campfire in the center. My campfire animations and fire animations and lava animations are not working and have not worked for a while. Not sure why, but it's alright. It's the build that matters, not the broken glitch animations. And I have a little path that sort of leads from here to the front door, even though it's obviously not as much of a path as it is just grass that has died because people have walked on it so many times. And then around the house, it was looking a little boring, so I added some patches of moss, which aren't that noticeable, but it does add some variation when it comes to color and texture. And then as with the 10 by 10 house, there are plenty of bushes and grass. I did not actually do an interior for this one just because it was relatively large, but maybe I'll use this empty house as a building for one of our future interior tutorials. Let me know if you'd like to see that in the comments. And that is going to be it for today. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos like this with space or time limitations. Also, let me know if you'd like to see interior videos or survival videos or more building videos like this, or maybe some terraforming based videos. Just let me know anything in the comments. I could use some more comments anyway. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, especially if you got to the end of the video, because not very many people do that. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a great day.